After a disappointing 2023-24 campaign in which prized acquisition quarterback Aaron Rodgers only played 4 snaps, the New York Jets are looking to turn the tide next NFL season. Defensively, Gang Green was stout, allowing the third fewest yards per game in the league, 292.3, but on the other side of the ball, there was a lot to be desired. NY produced the second fewest yards per game, 268.6, and the offensive line allowed 64 sacks, the third most in the league. Fortunately, Rodgers is expected to be back to 100% entering next season, and so far, in free agency, New York has shored up its offensive line, signing Tyron Smith, Morgan Moses and John Simpson to provide some much-needed protection. The Jets also secured another weapon on the outside for Rodgers, signing former Los Angeles Chargers wideout Mike Williams to a 1-year deal. Now, with the NFL draft 1 month away and the Jets owning the number 10 pick, the question becomes, which way will the Jets go? Will it be offense or defense? Let's take a look at what the odds say via FanDuel Sportsbook. Looking at the betting board, the Jets are currently favored to land a tight end with their first pick. Fox Sports AFC East reporter Henry McKenna applauded the Jets for focusing on the offensive line in free agency, even though there are risks among their signings. With Tyron Smith, left guard John Simpson and right tackle Morgan Moses, the Jets have set themselves up to have 3 new starters on the offensive line. But there is no higher risk and higher reward signing than Smith. The 33-year-old 8-time Pro Bowler will be a solid Hall of Fame candidate someday, but he also has an injury history. That's why New York built his deal with heavy incentives. It's hard to say all this O-line turnover will work for the Jets, but they now have a starting caliber player at every position. Before knocking off their to-do list, they seem to need to draft a tackle in the first round. And though there should be value there at number 10 overall, New York's offensive line acquisitions create flexibility to take the best available player. Meanwhile, back in February, Fox Sports betting expert Jeff Schwartz wrote that Georgia's Brock Bowers would be the selection. If Rodgers has a choice, I think Bowers is the guy, especially if the Jets shore up their offensive line in free agency, he wrote. Adding a playmaker like Bowers, who is a tight end receiver combo, will help the Jets' offense reach its full potential. It's also worth noting that most of the top-tier offenses in the NFL employ a dynamic tight end, which is what Bowers will be. FanDuel Sportsbook currently has the Jets favored to land Bowers at plus 230,